Namaste, everyone. This is Jenny, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Make sure you hit that little subscribe button right down there in the corner, that little red box, in order to get new videos that are coming out. Okay, so we have some exciting times ahead, and this week I'm going to be talking about the cosmic fives from February 1st to February 8th, 2023. What can we expect? What can you guys start to feel, or what are you going to let go of? Like, what is going on? Okay, so when you look back into January, like, how many of you guys were so busy? So many things were going on, like nonstop. Just when you think, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna take a little bit of break here and rest, boom, 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 boom. Things started opening up for you, right? You started to see that, wow, how come things are moving so quickly? All of a sudden, I had 3 job offers. All of a sudden, I had like 3 people that wanted to be in a relationship with me. Like, just when I thought I finished this project, another one opened up. Okay, so January was a really, really busy month, and it was an amazing month for those of you who took complete and utter advantage of the situation. And some of us, of course, were like, oh my gosh, that was like unbelievably crazy month, or, something just didn't happen to me, Jen. And don't worry, right? This is collective energy, collective energy. So not everyone is going to connect or relate to this. Okay. And that's perfectly normal. So whenever I do, let's say, a reading on someone, I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, past life Akashic record, animal communicator, meditation teacher, relationship coach. So whenever I spend one-on-one time with someone, I read into your level of consciousness to see where you're at, where your soul's evolution is, where your journey is at, what I see for your insights, and so on. So when I'm doing a YouTube video, of course, here, this is more collectively. So some of you are really going to connect with this because the cosmic energies right now, it's really intense. And you're going to see how things this month in February specifically start to slow down a little bit. You're going to see how things are going to come into more balance with you. And then all of a sudden, you're going to think, oh my gosh, things are kind of getting a little busy again. However, this month is going to give you more time to like pause and get a little bit more rest and get that balance, capture that that breath of yours that you're like, geez, I've been running nonstop here, Jenny, right? So take this time and really, really utilize this energy. Because on the 5th of February, we have that super full moon coming in. You'll have to watch my other video on that I did separately to know how to work through that energy with the full moon in order to really, really help you work with it as best as you can. Okay, so that's why you got to subscribe to Jenny. Like, what's up with you guys if you haven't, right? So, anyways, okay. So this month, as I said, things are going to be going a little bit more slower pace, and then it's going to pick up, and then it's going to slow down. So really take a look back, especially the past few days, and even in coming up to this week. How many of you guys set boundaries? Boundaries are self-love. Boundaries are like, you know what? I have to start thinking of me right now. I have to start focusing on me with my work and my projects and with my family, or like whatever it is. And whenever you do that, you're honoring your soul, you're honoring you. Because if you give all of your energy to everybody else, you're not going to be in alignment within. You have to take that time out for you. So it's really, really important that you set the boundaries and look at what boundaries that you guys have set and really take a look at it. What happened when you started setting boundaries? Did you notice you had a lot more energy? Of course you did, because you're not giving your energy to absolutely everybody else. There has to be a balance. Because some days we're like, oh my gosh, like my children, I had to tend to them, or my spouse, or my work, or like whatever it is. And we all understand that. We all get that. However, you still have to take time out for you to rejuvenate your batteries, rejuvenate your batteries. February 2nd is the Master Number Day. Really pay attention to what messages you're receiving. Really reflect back on January. Really reflect back on January with this Master Number Day. You can even find, got hair floating around here, sorry. I have a dog. I have Bella, don't forget, right? So you might start even having more memories from your past. And your past could be your past lifetime. Your past could be any time during this life. And especially anything that was done to you hurtfully, if somebody betrayed you, and it doesn't matter if it's a family, friend, business, or whoever it was, you very well could still be working through that energy because we're still in the modality of Chiron. Chiron energy brings things to the surface to help you heal and let go and come to terms with things. And this is why you need more time alone, because some of you are going to be like, wow, I can't be around a lot of people right now. I can't be around large groups. You know, I've had even people say, you know what, Jeni, I couldn't go to school today. I couldn't go to work today because I was so like sensitive. I couldn't be around anybody. So that really shows you that you have to start setting some boundaries, especially even more in your personal life. Okay. Because, you know, when we have to work, we have to deal with people that we work with, of course, in situations. But you're like, you know what? I'm running on empty. We can't keep burning the candle at both ends, you guys. That balance has to come. And you're going to be showing in a real big wake up call what energy you're giving too much to when you really pay attention. You're going to also find that this is going to be a week that is going to be opening up to new connections with business partnerships. It very well could be relationship, new partnerships. It could be meeting new friends. This week is all about partnerships, opening up, meeting more different connections from your soul tribes, your soul tribe vibes as well. So really pay attention to what's been opening up for you. And I know sometimes you could be like, oh, I know, but it's a little scary. Like, how do I do this? How do I? Okay, let that how do I's go. Listen to your intuition of what feels right for you. If you're like, gee, Jeni, I don't know. That's a clear indication. Set some boundaries. Take some time out for you, meditate on it, stop the overthinking process, because when you start over processing things, that's that monkey mind that comes through, and you're not going to get any clarity because you're overthinking situations. We all go through it. We all stay up at night like, oh my God, right? So also during the super new moon, you're going to have times and you're like, why aren't I sleeping? Oh my God. The super new moon has a lot of energies. We also have the solar flares energies, which are bringing in even this month earthquakes and more situations like this. This is a year of the water. This is a universal 7 year. We're all wanting to walk more into the peace of the love and the light and serenity within our soul and let go of the lot of negative, fearful energies that are going on out there right now. So you're going to find that, gosh, oh my goodness, what's going on? February, you're going to see how things are going to kind of calm down a lot more, like I'm saying. So really take a look at to see where you're at. And you might even find that, like, of course, with the solar flares, it can bring heart palpitations. It's going to warm up your body even more. Like you could be, God, why am I so itchy? You know, what's going on with the pressure in my head? Oh, I got headaches. Or, geez, I'm feeling really nauseated, right? So that's the solar flares. We all get affected, and also your animals. Pay attention to your animals as well, because they're more sensitive than we are. They get really affected by these cosmic energies and these cosmic flares. Drink a lot more water. Okay, so your animals might be drinking a lot more water, and you know, just keep an eye on that too, because if they're drinking a lot more water, then they're going to have to go outside a lot more, you know, to go on a walk to release excess energy. They're going to have to go outside, of course, to the toilet. So just kind of, you know, like really really show compassion towards others, and especially your animals as well. So you're going to find that you're going to want to bring things more into balance in this week coming up as well. And it balances also with like your finances. Balances are, you know what, I'm going to really set a budget now. I'm going to set a budget where, okay, what's my monthly budget? And maybe I'm going to even start a savings account, right? Even if it's $20 a month, go on your comfort zone, but you're going to want more of a structure. $20 a month, $20 a paycheck, like whatever is comfortable. I mean, gosh, some people can even put away 20, like $2,000 per paycheck, right? Gosh, wouldn't that be nice, right? But you know what I'm saying? You're going to find that the balance in the structure is going to want to come in because that's due to the sun connection with Chiron as well, with the healing vibrations and the healing modality and the frequency within your soul. That's going to want to slow things down where you're writing down things to come more into balance with you. Okay, so also pay attention to the opportunities that are coming. New jobs are opening up. You could be promoted. They could be like, hey, you know what? We have a new position coming at our company. Are you interested? And you could be like, I don't know if I can do it. Say yes. Say yes. Jump on opportunities. As long as it feels okay for you, as long as it feels right, go on your own comfort zone, of course, what works for you, but just really pay attention to some new opportunities are coming up for you this month. And with this solar flare energy, for those of you who can swim, go to your local pools. If you're by an ocean or if you're by a river, when you can swim, as long as you're not here in Canada, where it's minus 100 in the wintertime, as I call it, go for a swim, go for a swim. And just be careful, okay? Like for those of you even who are swimming without freaking you out, I keep on hearing a lot of energy and messages from the sea life, from the sea animals. I've been talking about that for a while. You know, they've had enough. They've had enough of, there's a lot of energy going on under the water. This is a water year. If you watch my 2023 predictions, certain things are going to be coming to the surface more connected with water. You might even find that certain animals are getting washed up on shore more. You're going to find that there could be even more attacks, right? Like all of a sudden a shark attack, or all of a sudden, things like that, because our animals, I just call them animals. Animals are animals. Sea life, what, regardless of what, they're still animals. They're still sacred creatures, sacred animals of the universe. They have a God-given right to be here just as much as we do. Don't even get me started on people who are killing animals in the water, shark fins, just for something to eat, things like that. Don't get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. They're going to be starting to acting out even more so. So when you're swimming, if it's in an ocean, let's say like that, just of course, be realistic. And what I would do before you even go in the ocean, I mean, just do that sacred little, thank you. Thank you, sea life. Thank you to the waters, the heavenly waters of the ocean and all its creatures and energies within. I'm so honored and proud to be a part of this, of your sacred energies within the water, that you can allow me to share your sacred space. So truly grateful. I'd highly recommend that, but you have to mean it. If you don't mean it, don't even bother. Energy is energy. We can all say whatever we want, but action speaks louder than words where you're at. So we have Jupiter also with this energy, and that's also going to help you see more clarity with your actions and situations. And Venus is in this entwined, and it's going to have that balance as well. I keep on talking about the balance. Venus is going to balance out your emotions. Venus opens up your heart towards more compassion towards others, and always show compassion towards yourself as well. Stay in alignment within your soul with the right integrity from your heart. And you're going to find that things are going to come more in alignment for you. You have to truly mean it. Anybody can say what they want to say, but as I keep saying, energy is energy. You're going to be building a foundation, a very strong foundation. January was all about what you were doing in January. Reflect back on, as I mentioned earlier, because the events that were going on in January, it's talking about your future. Some activities that you were involved with, regardless if it was a relationship or business or career or whatever it is, that's going to be a huge impact on your future. by the way, and also different things that you're going to be working on this year for themes. So it's really careful that whenever you're connecting with other people, that you really know your worth, that you really pay more attention to who you're really getting involved with. There's going to be a lot of people that are tired of what's going on with, the world events and such like that, because there's no leaders, and they're walking a different path. They don't believe in the leadership anymore because there is none. So you know how I do my rant and my rave on that. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull a couple of cards as well, from Spirit and Collectively General, to see what messages that Spirit has to say to you for this week, February 1st to February 8th. And it's all about going with the flow and building those foundations with your destiny, planning your destiny. Take a look in January with those roots and those foundations that you've laid. And really, let's take a look and see where you're going. Even this week, we have that alignment with Venus and Jupiter and all of that. Chiron's bringing more energy to the surface for you to start to heal and let go of. And what message are we going to talk about here? What messages from Spirit? So I'm actually going to pull a card here, and make sure that whenever you guys use any cards, Oracle, Tarot, like whatever they are, you clear them 3 times on wood, bang them 3 times on wood, because what happens is it's going to clear that energy when you last used them, or if somebody else last used them. So I'm going to use a deck here, the Oracle of Portals, by the way, just to let you know. And let's ask the spirit world, what is the message from Spirit from February 1st to February 8th, even into the 9th, I'm hearing, 2023. What's the message from the spirit world? Right away. Oh, so this is a really interesting card. This card here is the end. The end. Okay. And when you take a look at this card, endings can be very painful. What did you guys end in January? You know how I said, like, what projects you were working on, what relationships you were working on, if there was a promotion or anything to do with that matter. Certain things have to end to bring in the new. Endings can bring in beautiful new beginnings. It really depends how you're looking at it. It's very important to be very mindful and very conscious of your thoughts during this time. Let what has end, especially relationships, especially with work. Have you gotten fired? Have you quit because you couldn't handle it anymore? Has the company closed down? Has that relationship you've been struggling with for so long ended? It doesn't matter if it's family or a friend or business or partnership, anything like that. Really pay attention to what has truly ended and let it go. Because see how this person here is working or kind of going through the waters, but at the very end there's that little moon shining very bright. That's because they're trusting that energy. They're flowing with the rhythm of the flow of the universe, and they're walking in the modality of the trust and the faith to surrender. I channel and work with the Christ consciousness, and I surrender absolutely everything. Everything. You can't just sit back and say, okay, Spirit, do it. You have to continue to work towards your goals. I know somebody that's sitting back and they just automatically expect everything that just has to come to them automatically. And yet they cry. They're losing their home. They are losing everything because they're like, you know what? Spirit's going to do that. Spirit's just going to have that handed to me. And I'm like, really? You have to take those steps yourself to work towards your goals, to make certain changes. When you take those steps to make things happen, Spirit will work with you. But you can't sit back and say, oh, well, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. You're going to find out the hard way what the meant to be is. Work towards your goals, surrender it. What ends, because that's Spirit stepping in and say, you know what? This person or this situation or that job or career or business agreement or whatever it is, that's no longer in alignment with you. We're going to remove that. That's when I call, all of a sudden, spirit jumps in and takes things away. Let it end and trust the process. Beautiful message. Beautiful message. So let's get a little message here. I'm going to be using the goddesses, gods, and guardian angels or guardian cards. And let us ask the spirit world, what is the message from February 1st to February 8th, 2023? What's the collective message? What is the, and this card fell down just as I was shuffling it, and I really felt the energy. Now, this card here is absolutely beautiful. This is called the High Priest of Atlantis. This is a card about chakra healing. You know how I keep on talking about there's that Chiron energy? Chiron energy is that wounded healer that purposely brings things up to the surface that's been hurting your soul. You know how I said there's been memories from could be past life or during this lifetime with family or friends or business associates that's truly really hurt you or really betrayed you one way or another. Your soul wants you to heal. So whenever things are coming up to the surface, acknowledge it. Don't run from it and numb it and stuff it back down, because it's going to keep on coming out during meditation time, during full moons, new moons, during different cosmic times. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. Why all of a sudden did so many major things happen to me, Jeni, all at once? And it's because we get those pre-signs from our soul that, you know what, we need to make changes with this. We need to make changes with that. And if you don't, we're just going to put it in the back and keep bringing it up over and over and over again. So this is the time when you have to trust the process, get yourself more in alignment, more grounded and centered within your soul. Take some time out for you, set boundaries and meditate. Like I chant every day and meditate every day, have for years. I spend a lot of time alone, coming to terms with things, releasing things, staying in alignment within my soul, working on my projects and such. You guys have to go on your own comfort zone. And look how he's holding that beautiful crystal. And I love my crystals, and I've got one just like that, by the way. And this is Atlantean. So it's very beautiful how this is an Atlantean card. Look at that. Look how beautiful that card is. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. So truly grateful. So truly grateful. Alrighty. So, you know, I love my card, right? I don't use cards when I'm with a client. Don't forget, right? I'm clairvoyant. So we're going to pull a card here about Mother Earth. Messages of the spirit nature of to see what the earth has to say. Modality of the earth, because with this being a water year and there's a lot more earthquakes coming on right now and different disturbances with earth due to the solar flares and the energy basically in general, the earth has had enough. And the more we abuse it, the more the earth is going to cry out and say, you know what, you've messed with the wrong energy. Like, seriously, how many of you are seriously going to fight with Mother Earth? Like, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. You think, oh, we're going to cut down all of these trees and we're just going to build all of this. And all of a sudden you're, you know, you could be like, oh my God, like the water washed it up. Oh my God, we had a flood, or, oh my God, there was an earthquake. Really pay attention, you guys. Earth's trying to talk to you. Earth is really, and has been for quite some time. Enough of the global warming bullshit. So it's just the government taking money from you. So what is the energy from February 1st to February 8th? What's the energy from February 1st to February 8th? Wow. Right away, right away. Now I love it. Well, I love all my cards, right? Every time I'm like, oh, I love this card. But this is a beautiful card. Now look at the owl. Owl represents clairvoyance, intuition, and the owl has messages. Whenever you're seeing an owl out, really pay attention, because that owl is trying to tell you, really pay attention to your intuition. Really listen to how you're feeling or how you're sensing. Even whenever you're going to meet someone, have you ever noticed, pay attention to your body, how your body speaks, by the way, and how your body is feeling. So it's like, wow, I really want to meet that person. And if you're getting like that knot in your stomach, like, I don't know, something's not right. I don't know what it is, or I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Pay attention to that because your body talks. There's way our body communicates with you. I work with the body energy as well. So really pay attention to that, especially if you're seeing an owl, because that owl is taking flight away and bringing messages to you. Love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. I was going to pull an animal card, but I thought, no, I'm going to get an animal card. And the animal card came out with the owl. Thank you, owl energy. So really, really important, you guys, is it's so important to stay in alignment with gratitude, like gratitude with everything. Anything, even the simplest things for me, I'm so truly grateful, extremely grateful for even the smallest things. You have no idea. I never take anything for granted, ever. You can take people for granted, and then all of a sudden that person could die. That person can walk away from you. That person, whatever. Never take anybody for granted, ever. Show people respect. If you don't care for their energy, you don't want to get involved, you don't have to. We all have our own journey. You guys, come on now, right? So we're going to use my gratitude deck. And I want you guys to write down at least 3 things. The more, the better. Right? Tell me 3 things that you're grateful for. 3 things, 3 things, 3 things, right? I mean, I'm even grateful to be able to do this video, right? The smallest little things, right? So, Spirit, what is the message from February 1st to February 8th? It's a collective message from Spirit. February 1st. That fell down. I didn't feel it. What is a collective message from February 1st to February 8th? Go with the flow, guys. February 1st to 8th. February 1st, 8th. What's the message? Collective message from Spirit. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. 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 Now, this is a very powerful word. And not everyone can say this. Not everyone can say this. How many of you can say, I love you with ease? How many of you, and when was the last time you have told your friend, family, spouse, your animals, I love you. Thank you for being a part of my life. I'm so grateful. How many of you especially have looked yourself in the mirror and say, I love you? Let me know. Let me know. Love is the most powerful modality of the world. Whenever I'm doing meditations, I send out a lot of unconditional love, more so to the darkness, because it's the people that are in the darkness that are not seeing the reality of unconditional love. If the darkness and these so-called leaders, which there are no leaders, by the way, if they lived in the modality and truly cared about humanity with unconditional love, our planet would not be like it is today. Work with that. Really work with that. So one last card, one last card. Working with my crystals. Daily crystal inspiration. And they're all falling off my desk. I have a little space here. I have 2 desks in my place. And believe me, I need a lot. I have working on a lot of projects. I need a lot more space. I'm working on it. So what's the message from our creative team in the universe? It's the crystal message right away. Ignite your passion. Like this card, literally, it just flowed in the essence of silence. Garnet, ignite your passion. How many of you are following what you're passionate about or doing what you're passionate about? How many of you are doing that? What are you passionate about? Are you in alignment with your work and following your passions? When you follow your passions, you very well could come across your soul's destiny and your soul's path. Pay attention, pay attention. Be passionate, show passion for yourself. Show compassion, show passion for yourself. So, on that note, you guys, pay attention. I have a new show coming up, Soul Vibes with Jeni Ji, on the Conscious Awakening Network. That's coming out. I think the new show is being broadcast either tonight or tomorrow. So look it up, and you can catch my new show. It's coming out once a month here, and I'm sure there's going to be some more talk about it as well. And if you do want to book a reading, my website description, soulworkwithjeni.com. And I also have a group on Facebook where I do free readings, um, free psychic clairvoyant readings with Jeni Ji Cousins. I'll put all that below in the description box. All right, you guys, namaste. Bye-bye.